If you ever find yourself in the Appalachian Mountains after sunset, remember one rule: don't touch the skulls. When I first moved to a small mountain town, Mr. Faraday at the local store warned me about this. I dismissed it as superstition. The forest behind my house was beautiful: songbirds, wildlife, hiking trails. Perfect, until I started noticing strange things. Deep scratches on trees, unnatural silence, and finally a deer skull in the middle of the path. The skull bothered me. Using a stick, I moved it aside. That night, I was awakened by howling in the distance. For a week, it continued. When I asked around town, everyone denied hearing anything. Then a moose skull appeared on my path. After seeing it a third time, I threw it into the trees in frustration. That night, my porch creaked. Something growled outside my window before letting out a howl that shook the house. I hid in my windowless bathroom until morning. Desperate, I returned to Mr. Faraday. "I told you to mind the bones," he said grimly. He instructed me to leave bloody meat on the trail as an offering. I did as told, but as I turned to leave, I heard growling behind me. I ran home, barely slamming the door in time. Through my window, I saw it, not a wolf, but something walking on four legs with human-like fingers, red eyes, and an unnaturally wide mouth filled with black fangs. Worse, there were more in the forest, all laughing with human voices. By morning, dozens of skulls surrounded my porch, animal and human. "A hunting party is gathering at sundown," Mr. Faraday told me. "You made this mess. Now you'll help fix it." I'm writing this now from the diner, blessed shotgun in hand. I don't think I'm coming back. The wolves are already laughing. I grew up in southern Appalachia, in western North Carolina. One night, driving home in my old Dodge pickup, something felt off. The night seemed darker than usual, and the animals fell silent. Even the stars disappeared. As I rounded a curve, a large, sickly-looking dog ran in front of my truck. I slammed on the brakes, but couldn't avoid hitting it. When I shifted to reverse, I looked in my mirror and saw something impossible. The dog had stood up like a man over 10 feet tall. This wasn't a dog or a man, but something in between. Its skin hung loose like a raccoon's, with matted fur clinging to its legs. Its face was almost human, but with undefined edges that seemed to move and shift. There were no eyes, just empty sockets. No hair, just gray, lifeless skin. The teeth, those still haunt me, were arranged unnaturally, like they were trying to escape its mouth. It stared through me before disappearing into the woods. I raced home and loaded every firearm I owned. Later that night, I smelled the stench of death again. Through my father's office window, I saw it standing at the forest's edge, motionless, staring with those empty sockets. I fired every round I had. It screeched an inhuman scream and vanished. 6 years later, it found me again at my wife's mother's house. We heard it perfectly imitating our dog's bark. When we tried to flee, the barking seemed to come from inside my head. Years passed. We moved 650 miles away to Delaware. I thought I was safe. Then last night, while playing with my dogs, I heard the barking again, not coming from my dog, but from the woods. The stench returned. How did it follow me here? My dogs went crazy all night, and I know I'll never enter the woods after dark again.